He was a man who was a giant that walked tall, but he spoke softly. He was a man who cared about people. He was a humble giant that came from meager affairs, and his upbringing really got him prepared for his future destination, and that was to be of service to his fellow mankind.
Jim Holland's story began on a humble farm in North Carolina, where early mornings, hard work, and deep faith formed the foundation of a life dedicated to public service. He learned that when something is broken, you fix it, and when someone is struggling, you help.
Well, Mr. Holland always wanted to reach out to other board members and find out where they were coming from on every topic, but more importantly, he would reach out also to the county employees that had expertise in that area, business leaders when it had something to do with the business community, and most importantly, to the citizens. By understanding all the different sides and points of view, he was absolutely able to advocate for the right position in everything that he voted on.
Jim answered the call to serve his country, then pursued higher education, earning his degree and becoming a certified public accountant, a profession rooted in integrity, accountability, and trust.
He actually associated accounting to the real world because, we talk about dollars and cents and revenues and expenses. He helped Chesterfield County, guide through a recession with his financial acumen. But the most important thing about him is that people are also an asset. There's what's called an intangible in accounting. That's what makes the value of an organization more than what's in the bank account, more than what's the buildings and other things you can point to as assets, the intangible of people. And he leveraged that intangible like I've never seen anyone do it. And he was just so thankful to people because that's where you change the value of an organization. That's where you change the value of a person.
For decades, he served the citizens of Chesterfield County and became the first African American to serve as chair of the Board of Supervisors. He believed government works best when it works for the people. But his leadership didn't stop at the county complex. As a deacon in his church, Jim Holland's faith was not something he proclaimed loudly. It was just something he lived daily.
One night we were at a revival. A young lady stood up and she said that she had been home sick for 3 weeks. And she got up that morning because there were some things she needed to take care of at the county, some things she had let lapse. And so she got up out of her bed, still not feeling on top of everything. And she went down to the county. And she said she wasn't pleased at the way she was treated. And when she finished, Jim got up and said, "Young lady, you need to talk to me." So after the service was over, you could see them out in the hall. They were smiling at the end of the conversation. He gave her a big hug. I'm not certain what happened with all of this, but I know he was there for her.
Behind every great leader is a great partner, and together they were a team. Married for more than 50 years, they walked side by side through every season of life. Their partnership was admired, and their shared commitment to community made their bond even stronger.
He never left me out. He always would inform me, and he would include me in on a lot of decisions that he had to make, because we knew that when two heads got together, and when the two heads got together and we prayed, we knew we were going to get good results.
Today, a recreation center stands bearing his name, a place filled with life, laughter, and opportunity. Inside, a special painting reflects the rich diversity of the Dale District, a community Jim Holland cherished and proudly represented. The artwork captures what he believed, that every voice matters, every family belongs, every person deserves respect.